Good afternoon. I am presenting my topic, teaching speaking, from the subject developing language skills in the classroom. I am Arlette Robledo Betancourt, and this is a homework from my master's degree. Teaching speaking. What is speaking in the classroom? Well, speaking is one of the productive skills. It involves using speech to express meanings to other people. Speaking seems to be the most important skill. Some authors refer it as a communicative skill. Oral communication is a two-way process between the speaker and the listener, where both the speaker and the listener have a positive function to perform. The speaker has to encode the message he uses to convey in appropriate language, while the listener, no less accurately, has to encode or interpret the message. This was said by Byron, 1986. What are the reasons for speaking? Well, we speak to express ideas and opinions, to express a wish or desire to do something, negotiating and or solving a particular problem, and to establish and maintain social relationships and friendships. Speaking is desire or purpose driven. In other words, we genuinely want to communicate something to achieve a particular end. That was said by McDonough and Shaw in 1993. Speaking also provides students to practice communicating to each other. That is the main objective here. Spoken language first. When we speak, we use incomplete sentences, very little subordination, very few passives, not many explicit logical connectors. Topic common structure, replacing defining expressions are less used. Frequent reference to things outside the text, the use of generalized vocabulary, repetition of the same syntactic form, and the use of pauses and fillers is also a little bit less when we speak. Conversations in spoken English, we have three things important. The important rule is the turn talking, so one by one. Spontaneous. Speaking conversations may appear to be a spontaneous and unplanned event. The conversations in language first. Books are inevitably neat and tidy. These events are symmetrical, polite, and geared towards cooperative exchange of ideas and information. That was said by McCarthy and Carter in 1994. Implications for speaking in the classroom. What do we do? The interaction between the teacher and the learner. Teacher's initial move, learner's response, and teachers follow up that move. The teacher use of English in the classroom can be a fundamental source of learning. Students play the role of addressee. Group work provides the kind of input and opportunities for output that promotes rapid second language acquisition. So it's very helpful for students. Speaking activities. We have many different activities in the classroom. These can be task-based activities, group or pair, use the language communicatively or reflectively. Like these activities can be like dialogue, simulations, role plays, or even some plays, problem solving, questions and answers when they are discussing an activity in the classroom, questions, debates and discussions, stories and storytelling, communication games. Those are the ones students like the most, if I can say. Now, the activities I prefer, well, any kind of game or activity where students feel free to speak and share information with the group is a really, really good activity to do with our students. My lesson plan for this week, for this assignment in teaching speaking is the one named Tell Your Group. And this is for elementary level to practice speaking. The objective of this activity is that the students will practice with the speaking skill. They will be able to share information with their peers and for the group about personal likes and dislikes. Before speaking, teacher presents the activity by asking random questions in the group like, what do you do in the mornings? Where do you go on vacations? What do you prefer reading? This with the objective to set up the environment for the next activity where students need to speak. So, this is the activity. With this little game, students will use it with the dice and counters to play this little game where one by one roll the dice and move their counters along the board according to the number of the dice and speak for a minute about the topic where they land. If the students don't have anything to say, they don't, or even they take a lot of time to answer or to give an answer, they can have some kind of extra activity like to dance or to speak about something they don't really like to talk about. That could be like one activity to do. After speaking, we have students then talk to the group about the most unique answers from their classmates in their teams. They share information using, obviously, the speaking skill, and they continue speaking after the whole activity. The materials, well, we have the games in the copies, the dice and counters for each team. We can divide the group into different teams. It depends on the number of students. And well, the activities, the questions and answers. And after all the feedback could be the revision of the activities with the teacher and discussion all together in the group about their likes and dislikes. References are these ones from Developing Language Skills in the Classroom from EXPRO, a course in language teaching from Penny Orr, Teaching Knowledge Test from Cambridge. And that will be all. Thank you very much.